Good morning. It's Friday. Like I mentioned to you guys last Friday, I used to tell my kids, Family Fun Friday. Good morning. Welcome. This is the Journey of Mela Lifestyle. If you're just joining us, my name is Camila Tibbetts. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and this is just me taking everyone behind the veil, really taking you on the journey of the launch of my startup and website, Mela Lifestyle, which is an e-commerce site that curates products in 4 categories: beauty, wellness, home, and style. And this is our Friday, and every morning we just start with a meditation. This is just me coming to you, sharing what's going on in my process. I really had a heart to do this because a lot of times, you always see the founder on the height of the mountain. You don't see the founder through the mountains and the valleys. And so I'm just taking you down the road with me to tell you what's going on. I'm gonna have some coffee because it's just me and you this morning. This is what we're doing. It's like we're having coffee. It's like our play date, right? So I had a hard time waking up this morning, but I thought about it and I want to share with you that desperation wakes us up, right? Like there are times when you're lying in bed and the heaviness of the day, of what's behind you, of what's before you, can weigh you, and desperation will wake you up. So now I want you to think about what you're desperate for today. And desperation, doesn't have to be something negative. That desperation can be a desire, can be a longing, can be a wanting. And so that desperation definitely woke me up this morning because I look forward, it actually becomes easier and easier. I actually look forward to sitting with you guys every morning. So we're here, I got more inventory. I should be excited. I got more inventory. If you saw my story yesterday, we sent out our first pre-order to a very special person, and I featured a few of the items that we put together, but also it was just, sometimes you want to do a pre-order or do a soft launch so you could see the things that you need to really focus on. So it really helped me to see, like, we have some custom packaging, some custom labels. So it really helped me to see how I want to package certain items and place them. And as well, just from a shipping perspective, to really go through that whole process, but above all, to really give a really special gift to a really special person. So that's been great. So our first meditation this morning is you value the things that cost you. And so what do I mean by that? I'm like, everything has a cost, right? And so a lot of times, if something doesn't cost us something, we don't value it. Like we don't treat it as precious as we used to. So you really want to think and meditate today on what are the things in your life that you value, and what is the cost that you have paid or willing to pay for those things, for those experiences, for those relationships, right? My daughter, and I have girlfriends that are dating, and we always encourage them. If someone is interested in you, if you have a partner, they're going to pursue you, right? Like they're going to pursue that connection, right? And so we really want to look at what are the things in our life that we're willing to count the cost and pursue, right? And that can be anything. That can be relationships, that can be a job, that could be a career, that can be going to school. It could even be just in your home, like having peace in your home. We can value the cost of having peace. And what is the cost of having peace in our home? What is the cost of having peace in the culture of our business and the culture of our organization? That we maintain a level of leadership, and like I always say, like you're the thermometer, so we make sure that we're full, so when we go into the environments that we're leading, that there's a level of peace and a level of that people can feel secure in that, right? Because that is what's most important. And our second meditation today is restoring the connection. And I really thought about this because it's Friday, because we're launching off into the weekend, and we've been, I've been building all week. You're on Zoom calls, you're working, you may be studying, you may be doing your homework, you may be applying to grad school, whatever that is for you. But on the weekends, when we have our downtime, we really want to make sure that we're restoring the connection of those people that are important to us, those places that are important to us, and even restoring the connection with ourselves. So it's Friday, and we don't have our morning meditations on the weekend, but I want to encourage you that you can restore the connection of those things that are important to you. Because what we don't want to do is have what's important to us, people that are important to us, have them feel forgotten, right? Because when we're grinding, when we're climbing up that mountain, sometimes we're just, we have blinders on, and that's great. Like, we can be focused, we can have blinders on, but also we want to maintain a place where when the downtime is there, or we schedule, that we restore the connection, because it's not always going to be the same all the time. I've had experiences where, I'm prospered in my professional life, but then my personal relationships are suffering, or my personal relationships are doing great, I'm being super social, but I'm ignoring like my budget and my profit and loss statement. So we really want to make sure that we're really taking the time to really restore those connections, right? And really be wrapped in a sense of security, be wrapped in a sense of purpose for all those things that we have. And also that we're inspiring people, right? Because inspire really comes from a root Latin word to breathe on, right? And so like just think about that today. Like, when I come here, like, I hope that I am very inspirational, that I am inspiring you. And I remember there was a person that wrote this song, and it became like the #1 song in this particular genre. And they were being interviewed, and the DJ, I listened to stream music, but the DJ, for those who listen to radio at the time, was like, why do you think this song became the #1 song in blah, 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 right? And the artist just basically said, I don't know. Like, there are other songs, like there are other great songs, there are other great writers. And the writer said, I think that God just breathed on this song. And this is not a religious thing. This is like, if you think about whatever your spiritual practice is, whatever you have, that's your higher power, can be the divine, it can be the spirit of the universe, whatever that is for you. Sometimes you just need that breath, right? And sometimes in that breath and then that breathing on, that's what gets inspired. There are a number of businesses that launch. There are a number of songs that are written. There are a number of paintings that have been created. There are a number of sculptures. But why do some reach the heights and some don't? And I think that's just a supernatural thing. I think that's just something that comes basically from a level of inspiration. So I would hope today that as we launch out into our weekend, that we will kind of create that breath for ourselves, that we can kind of create that push and that covering and that impact for ourselves, that we have been filled and inspired with each other every day this week, and that we can go out and breathe on someone else, right? That like the breath of life, right? The breath of inspiration, the breath of freedom, right? That we can go to someone else, and in that special time, in that secret place, that we can cause someone else to be affirmed, someone else to be connected, someone else to have that sense of intimacy with us. So yes, we grind out, and yes, on Mela Lifestyle, we do our meditations that are about leadership and business and structure and planning and branding and story and strategy and all those great things. But when we close the week on Friday, we really want to make sure that we're intentional about restoring the connections to ourselves and restoring the connections to the people that we care about around us. So again, 2 meditations today. 1, you value the things that cost you, and 2, restore the connections. Okay, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday on the Journey of Mela Lifestyle. Ciao for now.